Second lesson. So what event sourcing really is. On the left hand side we have a photograph, and on the right hand side we have a snapshots from a movie. And surprisingly, in traditional approach, we model systems in a way that we keep only the current state, like the photograph. But in reality, our brain thinks in a little bit different way. Our brain is remembering the events, and I can ask you a question that you can answer yourself. Will you know more about this guy after watching a single photograph or watching a movie about that guy? So it's a parallel to designing systems. You'll be able to build a better system. You'll know more. You'll be able to answer for more questions, business questions that your application need to answer with having the events. So I call it memory paradox because it's quite surprising that our brain works in a way that, for example, we remember events from our day, that we woke up, we had a shower, we ate a breakfast, and we went to work. But for some reason, we model our systems by capturing the current state. Like at 6 a.m., we have this state of parameters, that our location is in bed, our energy level is 90%, food level is 0, and clean level is 30. And then at 7 a.m., we forget about the previous state. We change the state of the parameters, we override them. And then 8 a.m., we are in the kitchen, we had breakfast, so our food level is changing to 100%. So the question is, why we are doing that, even though our brain works in a different way. So I researched that, and it appears that it's because of the technological limitations. So 60 years ago, computers had 4 kilobytes of memory. So these guys had to really save the memory. They needed to save the memory, they needed to override the state of the system, and they wasn't able to keep the state of the system with the events, which is not the case anymore. So what event sourcing really is, and when I was thinking how to describe it, I figured out that I can use the same approach as Roy Fielding is using for the RESTful API maturity model. And speaking about this maturity model, we can start with the first level of understanding event sourcing. So on the first very low level, basic level, event sourcing is about keeping state in events, so our application knows what happened. For example, here we have a subscription stream in some SaaS application. A stream is a sequence of events that are applied on top of each other, and we are getting then at the end the state of the subscription entity, one with ID 123. So starting with the first event, subscription created, then something has happened. Our user did something, and we append subscription updated event. And then he did something again, and we again append subscription updated event. We can do better. It's still level 1, in my opinion. We can rename those events to say that plan was upgraded and then plan was downgraded. Moving to the understanding at the level 2, event sourcing is about making the decisions based on the events. So our system now can answer the questions if something can happen based on the events. For example, using this piece of code, can customer upgrade subscription given this list of events? First, we checked in the list of events if he recently downgraded and if he paid. based on the events, and we can answer this business question. So congrats. On the second level, you can call your application that it's event sourced, but we can do better. We can start modeling reality. So answering the question why something has happened. Not only what happened and if it can happen, but why. So using more like domain-driven design approach. So we ended up with the plan upgraded and downgraded. But if you really look closely what happened in reality, the trial was started, and then it was converted to premium, and then from premium downgraded to basic. So we are getting from the left-hand side state, like really CRUD, like event-sourced application, to more domain-driven design. But please remember that it's not only about naming the events, it's also about the content of those events. So the key takeaway here is please remember that if in event sourcing, events are acting as a single source of truth for our application. We are making business decisions based on the list of events that we have in the given stream. And then on top of that, ideally, we are modeling business behavior. In many areas of our event sourced application, we are not at the level 3, we are at the level 2, which looks like more CRUD, create, read, update, delete application. If you'd like to learn more, please subscribe to the newsletter. And if you would like to have similar challenges, work with event-sourced systems, here is the QR code. You can join OLEX. Thank you.